In the last 365 days, I don't believe I have seen a player be more disrespected than Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott balled out for the first 4 weeks of the season. And what was the narrative? Oh, well, he's just doing it in garbage time. You know, even though Dak Prescott put them in positions to win every single game that they lost, um, it was garbage time, according to some people. So now that we've somewhat debunked the garbage time myth, now the story is, well, Dak Prescott had a lot of turnovers when he was playing. And again, that's a myth. And I'm going to debunk it for you. So, first play we're going to look at is Dak Prescott's pick 6 against the New York Giants, right? So, we're going to look at this play right here. So, as you see, the Cowboys are going to run with 2 tight ends right here. You're going to have Terrence Steele, Zach Martin, your center, Connor Williams, and I believe this is Brandon Knight here. So, we're going to run the play action. First of all, the play action is so bad that no one bites. I mean, no defender comes up. I mean, Dak drops back. He's looking. He throws. Now, here's the first problem, right? The fact that Zeke has to go up for the ball like this is an issue. I do agree. This is a ball that should have been thrown in stride, right? But we'll run the play. It gets tipped. Fackrell catches it. Get off me, Zeke. He runs down the sideline. Dak, you're not going to catch me. No one's going to catch me. He scores. Touchdown, right? So that's that play. But we're going to watch it from the all 22, right? So all 22, we got 2 safeties, linebackers. We got a defender here looking like they're going to rush. And we have, the 2 corners playing the outside, right? So as we run the play, first thing, play action. Again, nobody bites, right? Now, the pocket is really clean, right? One of the things about the Cowboys season was that their offensive line was so bad, but this is a really clean pocket for Dak Prescott, right? Now, I want you to pay attention to these route combinations, right? So, right here, Noah Brown's going to run this in route or this, somewhat of an over route. He's going to run this route. We're not going to focus on this. We're just going to focus on Noah Brown's route right here, right? So Noah Brown runs, and granted, Dak's already thrown the ball out, but if you look at his receivers, blanketed, nothing's over the top because there's a safety. Nothing deep because there's a safety going deep over there. Noah Brown's bracketed between linebacker, and linebacker. And so Zeke has to catch the ball out of the backfield. What makes me mad about this play is a play that is designed to go to Ezekiel Elliott out the backfield. And it's like, why are we doing that? Why are we running route combinations that include over routes into triple coverage and curl routes against defenders who are just sitting down? I don't understand the play calling. So the ball is high. Even if he hits Zeke in stride, Zeke's going to get hit by this defender right here. So the play's not going to go anywhere. It's a bad play call. It's a terrible play call. And it's a pick 6 because your only option on the play was a running back who was already covered by 2 defenders. It's a bad play. It's a bad throw by Dak Prescott, and it's bad play calling by Kellen Moore. Next play we're going to look at is Dak Prescott's fumble against the Cleveland Browns. So as we can see here, we got 2 running backs in the backfield, 3 receivers. And so it's a lot going on, right? Running back begins to motion out. He looks back for the ball. Dak doesn't throw the ball. So Dak is looking, he pumps. And I don't know where Dak is going with the ball here, but no one's open. I guess you might have CeeDee Lamb here. But I don't think that this is a really good play call, again, which is becoming a common theme because you have CeeDee going up the sideline, but you also have this defender who is not crossing or is not doing anything. So really, this defender is just running up the field, and so is CeeDee. So if you watch this corner right here, the corner's going to realize that he's going to break off. So even if you hit CeeDee here, the defenders right here because you ran a route down the same sideline. That's not smart. I understand wanting to clear it out, but most people, when they want to clear out, the DBs, this receiver runs a post or runs an over, or runs a deep drag to the middle of the field to leave this deep third wide open. They don't do that. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then up here, you have another receiver on, like we just talked about in the last play, doing a curl route. It doesn't make any sense. So that gets stripped. Ball's out. It's a fumble. Whatever, right? But the fumble's not on Dak Prescott, right? Because we just looked at the route combination, but we're going to check it out from the all-22 angle, right? So you got Terrence Steele, Zach Martin, one of the centers, because it was a revolving door at center. Connor Williams and Tyron Smith, right? When he was healthy. So the ball is going to be snapped, or Pollard motions out. The ball is snapped. Play action to Zeke. No one bites on it. Literally, nobody. No one moves on this freaking play act. Look at this. Nobody bites. Pump. Dak is hit. The ball is out. Now, here's the problem, right? Problem is this right tackle just wasn't good. Wasn't good. Terrence Steele was not a good right tackle, right? So look, Dak Prescott just pumped the ball to Tony Pollard. And look at this. Myles Garrett already won. That quickly. No one thought to leave a tight end in to chip Myles Garrett or do anything. Myles Garrett's already won. The play's over. Dak comes back. He pumps. By the time Dak's eyes even hit to his next read, Myles Garrett is there. That is not a fumble that falls into the shoulders of Dak Prescott. It's another play where it is either bad play calling or just bad teammate play. Everyone says that sacks are not a quarterback stat, but when you look at Dak Prescott, it's like, my goodness, yes, they are. It's like, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating to see. I think I just got that mixed up. People say that sacks are a quarterback stat, and I don't believe they are because of things like this. It's not like Dak Prescott dropped the ball. That's not what happened. One of the most dominant defenders turned his right tackle into a damn turnstile before he could even get to his next read. Ball's out, fumble, Browns recover. That's not Dak Prescott. That's just bad offensive line play. It's not very good. This play right here is going to be Dak Prescott's interception against the Cleveland Browns. This play is just, I'm better than you, and that's it. That's what the play is. I can't make anything up, right? This is just, I'm better than you. I can read this play better than you, and I can jump on this ball better than you, right? Now, Dak is going to throw this, I guess this is supposed to be a pick play, because CeeDee Lamb kind of walks off the line of scrimmage here, and Cooper runs this slant underneath, but Cooper is so, lazy running this slant that Denzel Ward is like, oh, really? And he jumps it like he's Malcolm Butler because Amari Cooper ran a lazy route. Now, this play works if they're not playing 5 yards off of you. So I don't know why we didn't get an audible or something, but this play hits because it would be knocking the defenders into each other, but the coverage was perfectly called, right? So one of the things that kind of confused me about Dak Prescott on this play, though, is if they're playing man and, if they're playing defense and the corners are playing Lamb and Cooper underneath, why are we not looking towards the tight end right here? Like, I don't understand if CeeDee Lamb's going to sit down, that means the defender's going to play CeeDee Lamb, which means you have all this space back here towards the pylon. And he doesn't even look that way. He forces the ball in. He forces it into this window right here, thinking he can trust his guy, but his guy is so lackadaisical that the ball just gets jumped and it gets intercepted. And that's a play we're going to see again. I want you to keep this play in mind, where a receiver is lazy running a route coming out of his break and the ball's intercepted. It's a common theme with Dak Prescott and these turnovers. It's it's a common theme that needs to be fixed. So the next Dak Prescott play we're going to look at is going to be Dak Prescott's interception against the Seattle Seahawks, right? And I told you to keep that play against the Cleveland Browns in mind because it happened again, right? Where a DB was just more aggressive on the ball than Dak Prescott's receiver. And ironically, it's the same receiver, you know? What we have right here, we have a 4 wide formation. We got a running back in the backfield. And I'm going to drop back. Now, here's the thing. Pocket's clean. I don't know why Dak's trying to force this window here, but the pocket is clean. You could possibly have something down this seam right here. But again, you have a route where somebody's stopping to look back at the receiver. Cooper does have the leverage on this route, but he slows down. But I guess because I don't know, I can't give an explanation for why Amari Cooper does this, but he does this in a lot of games where he'll slow down or he'll kind of disappear, and it happened here. So we're gonna watch it from the end zone angle because this is gonna show us everything, right? First of all, Connor Williams, God bless his heart, Connor Williams never knows what's going on. He's always just looking around. He doesn't know who to block. Dak is under pressure. He finally gets hit. He forces the ball in. And it looks like Dak is just throwing to Shaq Griffin. You would never know Amari Cooper was even here because Shaq Griffin was just more aggressive on the ball. I don't mind the window or forcing the ball into that window if you trust your guy, because Matt Ryan will force that to Julio Jones and Drew Brees forces that to Michael Thomas, and they come up with it. If you have a receiver that you trust, you can do that. The problem is Amari Cooper might not be a receiver that you can trust. He's really good, but I don't know if you can trust Amari Cooper to be that guy to step up and be aggressive and go over the top and climb the ladder to get the ball. That's not your guy. That's Michael Gallup. That's not Amari Cooper. I don't like these routes being thrown to Amari Cooper. It's another route and another Dak Prescott turnover where his receiver just doesn't break on the ball. The next play here is going to be Dak Prescott's turnover against the Seattle Seahawks. His fumble. It's a strip sack basically. So we're going to check it out. We have 2 tight ends and Zeke in the backfield. At Terrence Steele, Connor Williams. Looks like Joe Looney, Connor Williams, and Brandon Knight. First off, I want you to watch Connor Williams here, right? I know the play is about Dak, but I want you to watch number 52 right here, right? Because I think number 52 plays a key part in this play, right? Just watch. Right? So Connor Williams just gets bullied. I mean, just look at this. It's amazing how a quarterback can just turn the ball over when he's under so much pressure. It's a common theme that we see where it's not Dak Prescott making a bad read. It's just the receiver doesn't break on the ball or the offensive lineman just gets beat. Look at this. And he's holding and he still gets beat. It's depressing because the narrative is that Dak Prescott is turning the ball over, but really the narrative should be Dak Prescott's offensive line just can't block worth a damn. So even if you look at the play, you go play action. You've only called a play that has 2 receivers. 2 receivers. What is the play calling? So not only do you have a play that calls 2 receivers, there's no way for Dak Prescott to get the ball out on a quick read because you've called 2 receivers running deep routes. I don't understand how this makes any kind of sense. Doesn't make sense. You max protect, by the way. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers. 7 blockers. And he's beat. He's getting beat. Brandon Knight is fighting for his life. Connor Williams is beat. This is holding on Joe Looney. Terrence Steele has no idea what's going on. This is bad offensive line play. This is not because Dak Prescott is turning the ball over. It's just bad offensive line play. Next play here is going to be Dak's interception at the end of the game. After Dak Prescott led them back and scored a whole bunch of points and got them within 3, or really gave them the lead in the fourth quarter, actually, with the Greg Zuerlein field goal. So right here, you got 3 receivers, one in the slot here, Zeke on the outside. And so Dak's going to snap the ball, and Dak is wrapped up, right? Throws, ball's intercepted in the end zone, right? Whatever. That's the play. But I got a problem, because it comes back to this offensive line. Look how many people are rushing the quarterback. There are 3 people. 3 people on the line of scrimmage, and you have 5 offensive linemen. 5 offensive linemen, and your quarterback gets wrapped up. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Well, watch it from the end zone angle here. They run a twist or a stunt. He breaks through. I believe this is Benson Mayowa. He breaks through. He wraps him up. Dak somehow keeps his balance because he's a badass. And he throws. If this ball has more air on it, this might be a touchdown to Noah Brown. Who knows, right? But this is bad offensive line play, y'all. Like, I don't know. I'm going to have to beat this into everybody's head. This is, look at this. Look, they're struggling over here. The center hasn't got hands on anybody. It looks like he's boxing somebody out like this is basketball. This is holding. Zach Martin, is fighting for his life. It's just bad play. That gets wrapped up. Look at Joe Looney. Brandon Knight's not even paying attention. He doesn't know what's going on. This isn't good. Like, I refuse to put these turnovers on Dak Prescott. It's awful teammate play. It's just awful play by his teammates. The next play is going to be Dak Prescott's fumble against the Atlanta Falcons. Zeke is going to motion back into the backfield. Dak is going to snap the ball. Now, let's look at these routes. These are some very, very deep routes, right? Now, remember in the Cleveland game where we talked about how they had CeeDee Lamb on that route going up the sideline, but they had another receiver running the same route as CeeDee Lamb, and so there was really nothing there. Well, it looks like they listened, because this time they send the receiver on an over route or a route, to the sideline here, which leaves young CeeDee Lamb one-on-one, right? It's a very good play call. Why didn't it work? Well, let's check the end zone angle, and we're going to see why it didn't work. We're going to see why this was a fumble and not a touchdown or a long completion to CeeDee Lamb. So again, offensive line, we got Terrence Steele, Zach Martin, Joe Looney, Connor Williams, and Brandon Knight. Dalton Schultz is here. Zeke is going to motion back into the backfield. So we're going to snap the ball. Now, this is a hell of a play call. I don't know if it was Ulbrich or Dan Quinn calling the plays in Atlanta or what, but it looks like you have about 5 people rushing the passer, right? So it looks like you have these 3 here and then these 2 off the edge, right? But look what happens. We're going to run the play. Defenders drop back into coverage, right? So where the Cowboys were strong at with the 2 offensive linemen and the tight end over here to block, because they felt like a pressure was going to come from this side, pressure actually comes from this side. So when you look at the pressure from this side, it leaves Terrence Steele, Ezekiel Elliott, and 3 defenders. It's a great play call. So at this point, Terrence Steele's beat. Zach Martin has hands on nobody. The other defenders who looked like they were going to rush at first are dropping into coverage, right? So they've officially dropped into coverage, and all hell breaks loose for Dak Prescott. Around the edge, boom, fumble. He fumbles because his offensive tackle was already beaten and they got out schemed. That's why he fumbled. I mean, it's no other reason as to why. If you correct this offensive line and you get this stuff together, who knows what Dak Prescott looks like? Who knows what this season looks like if you just get an offensive line that can block Dak Prescott? Those are all of Dak Prescott's turnovers from the season. And how many were on him? Maybe the one against the Giants. But outside of that, every other turnover had either bad receiver play or bad offensive line play. Fix your offensive line, and we don't have to deal with this.